everyone. Welcome to my live stream. It's Friday, which means it's time for Chibi Friday. It's my own little thingy that I've done for years on Friday. It's just make a chibi drawing. And I just finished one after 7 sessions last week. My chibi orca was completed. Oh, hold on. My big dog wants in finally. She realized I closed my door. Come on. Come on, Eva. Let's go. Come on. Good girl. Oh, sorry about that. I don't think she likes being in here because it's a hardwood floor and I got them some little beds, but they're not as squishy as they might be. Anyway. Oh, Aoife, what is it? No, Aoife, we're gonna work for a while. Okay. Aoife's looking at me. So it's time to start a new one. That's what I'm getting at. And my sister had a great idea, which was make some chibi caricatures of my new pets. I have gotten 4 new pets in the past couple years. And I did chibi caricatures of my pets since, let's see. I got soon. So I've done one of my dog Soon, my cat Kiba, my cat Bear, and my cat Kiki. 3 of those have passed away by now. We still got Kiki with us. And so we have 5 pets. 2 of them are pigeons. And Sora was the first pigeon that we got. We actually literally rescued her. She was in some sort of trouble in our backyard. Like she was just stuck, or I don't know. Who knows exactly what was going on, but she was clearly not just like hanging out. And so she's been with us for like a year and a half, or so getting close to a year and a half. And so I'm going to start with her because she's the one that we've had the longest, who I have not yet done a chibi caricature of. And so the stuff I'm going to use today to do this caricature, which I doubt I'll finish today, but hopefully it'll only take a couple sessions, is this Bristol paper with a smooth texture. And for my sketch, I'm going to use this Palomino Blackwing Pearl pencil. If the special cap would come off. I've actually used it quite a bit. It's kind of short for a wooden pencil for me. And I've got my favorite kind of sharpener for these pencils in particular, and an eraser in case I have some big thing to erase. And of course, here's my brush to brush away any eraser shavings. You can't see it, but I also have a reference image up on my screen over here of Sora. It was kind of hard to choose, so I think I'm either... So there's this really cute... I've got this pair of pictures that I took like 1 second after each other, and I think I'm going to use the overall pose and the face from the one, but the one, she's like ruffling her wings, and so except for her head and neck, the rest of her body is blurry. And so I'm going to use the next picture I took, where she's got kind of a plain looking face, but I can see the rest of her body in detail. So let me turn my monitor a bit. There. So let's get started. I would definitely want to finish my stream on time today because I've got Friday is movie night at my house, and we're going to watch the second My Hero Academia movie. And then there is the women's national team for the soccer women's national team is versing New Zealand today. So we're going to watch that game after we watch the movie. So I got a big night ahead of me. Lots of fun stuff. Okay, so with my chibis, the body and the head is about the same size, give or take, depending on what looks best. So I'm going to do this is the circle for her body, and this is the circle for her head. And it's actually a little bit difficult to make birds into chibis because they already have pretty cute proportions. They have chibi-like proportions, especially the smaller the bird. They are practically chibis already. Okay, so I've got the basic circles to locate where the body is, but with Sora, she goes back into like a little point like this. Yep, so there's her overall body, and then she's got her little feathery feet come down like this. Oh, it's already looking pretty cute. Okay. The only thing with this cute face, just a tad bit hesitant to do it, but it is so cute. But it doesn't show off her lovely, she's got like her hair, well, it's not hair, it's her feathers on her head go out like this on the top, and then the back, they curl up in the back like some, I don't know, short 80s hairstyle or something. It's really unique. But this face, her mouth is a little bit open, so it just looks like she's smiling. So I gotta do this one. And it shows off the little, with pigeons, they have this cute little thing on there. I'm sure there's some scientific name for it, but this cute little thing on the top of their beak. And it looks like a little heart. And you can really see it in Pokemon. There's a pigeon-based Pokemon. And they really emphasize that. I think it's Pidove. Where they really, for their design of the Pokemon, it's really obvious that it's a heart shape. And I'm not sure if that's something that's unique to pigeons or what, but it's quite cute. So doing this front-facing one is also cute because of this little heart shape, which I'm emphasizing. It doesn't go quite down this far, but let's see. The bottom part of her beak is kind of like this. And maybe I will sharpen this pencil a bit. I was just listening to anime music in my room right before I started the stream, and now it just sounds so quiet without the anime music going. I've considered sometimes whether I might put some, I've got like those bone conduction headphones so that I can still hear stuff but also listen to stuff. I've considered wearing those while streaming, but I think sometimes it might become too much of a distraction for me, and it would be hard to concentrate, especially when the chat's going really, really fast, and then trying to listen to my music while also paying attention to the chat and also just explaining what I'm up to for anybody who's just lurking. Okay, I've got to change this a bit. I need a little smaller eraser. This isn't quite... I think I've made the bottom part a little too big. The bottom part of the mouth. So I'm going to redo this, make it just a little bit smaller. I guess I could... These Blackwing pencils are cool because they have this eraser holder in the back that holds quite a substantial amount of eraser. And I always forget about it. But it's got these two little... Let's see if I can show you. It's got these two little nubs, I think, on both sides. So that these two little dots, when you put it in here, it will hold on to it. I mean, if you really push on it, it'll slide back in. But as long as you're gentle enough with it, it'll make the eraser stick out. It'll keep it at the length you want it. Whoops. Ah, there's little bits of stuff on my desk. It drives me crazy. Okay. All right, back to Sora's beak. I need to make it a bit smaller. So I think to help me, I will just draw the black part that is just the shadow showing where her mouth is open. And I think that'll help me with sizing the rest of it, because it's not that big compared to the top part. Let's see, I think that's good. Ah, the only thing is this needs to come out a little farther. Okay, finally satisfied with the little beaky. Let's see if it focuses. Camera, you want to focus, or? There we go. There it is. So her mouth is done. Now, let's see. So I guess I'll do her overall head shape, which is like flat on the top because of her unique feathers. It's almost like a kappa from Japanese, I don't know if you'd call it mythology or what, but it's one of those Japanese monsters. And it's got like this flat bald head. And I'm going to take a little artistic liberty with the shape because I want it to be a cute, simplified chibi, but still have the sort of detail that I like to do. Okay, and I'm just going to remind myself that I don't have to draw every detail with pencil. I can get some of this stuff with the marker later when I'm coloring. Yeah, actually, now that I brought it up, she looks very much like a kappa. I never thought about that until I was trying to explain it. Oh, there's her funny kappa head. Okay, and then in this picture, you can see the curl on the back of her head that I've mentioned. You can see it a little bit sticking out like just some little spikes. Okay, now for the eyes, and I'm really gonna exaggerate the size, I think. I mean, we'll see what it's like, but I think to really make it look like a chibi and not just a portrait of her, but a chibified portrait, I've got to make the eyes really big, because birds already have pretty big eyes for their head size. And then I'm going to just draw a circle to be the light reflecting. There's not one on this side in the photo reference. Actually, the way the eye is makes it look like it just disappears off into the background. But since this is an anime chibi style drawing, I'm going to add it on both sides. And then she does have a little, like pretty much all birds, I think, she has a little bit of skin like the eyelids around the eye that you can see. This isn't going to be 100% accurate again. It's just to get the item on there, to get the feature on there, but still be a cute chibi. I think that's good. Okay. Let me change my sitting position. I think the only thing that I will change is, so her head is tilted a little bit, or turned a little bit, and make these stick out more than this side. Okay. Now I'm going to switch to the other photo, because I've come to the part where this one with the cute head pose is all blurry from basically here down. Okay, so now general shape of her wing is this. And then there's another layer here. And then there is a third layer like this. And then finally, the big feathers come out. Let's see, how many do I see? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can see 7. So let's see, in which direction? So it follows this curve. So 1, 2. I love the way bird feathers. So this is good practice for me too. Thank you, Sora, for being good practice for how bird wings work in general. 1, 2, 3. They're a little different per bird. Species is different, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 5, 6, 7. So 5 sticks up a little bit and is much more visible and getting much more pointy at the end, like that. And then 6 is even more pointy, but it's down further. And you can see it like this. And then the final long one, 7, is the same deal. Much more pointy and round. There we go. And then I can also see one little feather like this. Haha! Did it. Did it. Okay. Now, for the rest of the body, it's mostly just round, maybe a little bumpy. She's kind of puffy in this picture. The pigeons I've learned can puff themselves up quite a bit, either when they're, I don't know, it's like sometimes it just seems like it's because they want to be warmer, or other times it's just like they're in a certain mood or something. And there's like a little bonus feather that you can see right here. I'm not sure what's up with that feather there, but I'll have it. Okay. Oh, that's adorable. That's adorable, Sora. Okay, there's her. And then you can sort of see the back too, and a little bit of the tail. So I'll just do those like that. Keep it nice and simple. Oh, you're so cute. You're so cute. Funny little Sora. I mean, I don't know if anybody else will think she's cute in person or as a chibi, but I think she's cute. I think she's a cute, witty pigeon. She's just a cute, witty pigeon. Even though ever since she started laying eggs, she doesn't want me to come near her. She always attacks me. She's like, no, get away from my eggs. You get out of here. So I'm just doing a little bit of texture lines because the feathers are quite smooth along the bottom of the chest, but up here you can see these little layers on top of each other. Alright, that's probably enough. Or maybe a little bit right there. Okay. And then the feetsies. They're also covered in feathers, but you can see, so I think she's a cross between a fancy pigeon. I think she's a cross between an English trumpeter fancy pigeon and a and just like a regular rock dove feral pigeon. Because she has the feral pigeon coloring, but she's got these, you know, interesting head and feathers on the feet and everything. But she, what I'm trying to get at is that she doesn't have the feathers as on the feet as elaborate and long and just like, wow, how does this bird live with feet so covered with like 6-inch long 6-inch long feathers? She doesn't have those kind, which I think is good because they don't get in her way or anything. Let's do her little claws sticking out. And then you can't even see the rest of her toes because of the feathers. You can just see a couple toes. And the other one is in shadow. You could see the back toe going back like that. And then you can see this toe too. They have long, thin, elegant fingers. Or toes, whatever you want to call them. My pigeons, at least. I don't know, maybe. I think all pigeons probably do. Very, very delicate. They're very delicate. You just heard a snort. That's Chappy seems to be having a dream. Dog Chappy. Little dog Chappy. Sweet. Let's see, I think the only thing I do... I wonder if I should move 1 foot back. Because the chibi doesn't seem... I think I shall. This first foot, I'm going to erase it and draw it a little farther back. Let's see. Maybe like right here, coming out here. Suddenly my throat got real dry. Let me take a drink of water. Hopefully that'll help. Okay. I'm ready to get back to work. I think my throat is still a little bit like, ugh. Why? It's been, well, I guess because it's winter here. But we've got a whole home humidifier now and everything. But it's still not quite enough, I guess, sometimes. It has been really cold here. Especially today. Like yesterday into today. There, that's good. That's better. It feels much more... She feels much more balanced like that. See if the camera will focus. Can't tell. Did you focus, camera? Oh, there we go. So, I'm done with the pencil sketch, I think. Maybe I will do a little bit of feathers. Just sort of general indications of all, there's tons of feathers right here that you can see. So not drawing each individual, but just giving it an idea. Same for this. And this too. That's good enough. Okay, sweet. So, put this lovely cap thing back on my pencil. So I'm done with my pencil, and I will move these things over. And what I want to use, and I'm going to do my best not to tip them over. So I've been learning the hard way that with this table is actually at an angle like this. But I've just got my camera at an angle too, so that when you guys watch, it's not weird. But this thing is also like at an angle, and so when it's like this, it's really easy to tip it over. So I'm gonna do my best, keep it this way, or maybe a little bit like this, so I can still see the names on here, and then hopefully it won't fall and spill my pens everywhere. Oh, Satowita, hello! Thank you for joining me. I know you told me you were going to join me anyway. Still happy to see you in the chat. How's it going? You got home safe, I presume? Just saw you half an hour ago. Well, it was more like an hour ago now, I think. 45 minutes. Let's see, what pen do I want to start with? I don't want to start with anything too big. Maybe I'll start with this PN, which just stands for plastic nib. Okay, so here I go. And I'm just going to trust my lines. Oh, thank you. Chibi's so cute. Thank you. I caught the after school rush. So it took you a long time to get home? Is that what I'm hearing? So let's see. I think the top feathers, yes, the top feathers go on top of the, right? Yes. It makes a difference to how I draw them, which ones go on top. Almost done with her wing. Just this last little small feather that sticks down. A bit of a wait, then my low fuel light. Oh, my low fuel light came on, so I stopped for gas too. Let me look at the bottom. Okay. Just barely, it's a little tiny bit of texture right there by the where it becomes the tail and the wing. Oh, I'm trying to knock my pens over. No. No, no, no. No knocking them. No knocking them down. So Satuita, what kind of art project are you working on right now? No, you said you were looking at your lesson plan, but what kind of thing are you doing? Either a personal project or like for a show or something like that. I mean, I guess if you don't have anything, then it's kind of a useless question, but I figure you gotta be working on something. Aha! I have a blank skateboard to figure out. To figure out? To what end? Just for to add to your skateboard project? Or is there a show? Or it's for someone? Or... Okay, getting there. Ah, I just want to do some wood burning. Haha. Well, that's good enough. Did you have some ideas? I remember the one you did where it was like a map. Like a map of Boise, I think. That one was really cool. I really wanted to get the bug eye look that Sora has. So I don't think it's working. Gonna try making vegetable broth in slow cooker. Save my scraps. Learn not to put in broccoli type veggies. Glad I read a recipe first. Yeah, I could see that. Broccoli is good, but it's got some drawbacks. I can imagine. I mean, I don't know if this is the reason, but with a slow cooker, the smells always fill the house, so it might not be that nice, even if the flavor is good. A broccoli smell permeating everything. Oops, I have to adjust that a little bit. I'll deal with that. Not satisfied with that pupil right there, but I'll fix that after I erase the pencil lines. This is going pretty fast. I'm quite happy with this. I still don't think I'll get it done in one stream because I've got less than half an hour left, but said it would make it taste like sulfur. Yeah. The theme of the board seems to be addressing duality. Towards the ends it is more bifurcated. The center is unified. Well, that's definitely a theme that can be worked with. The idea of two things coming together. There's all kinds of stuff you could do. Okay, I am ready to erase the pencil. So I'm gonna just whip this for a little bit because I want to make sure. I mean, this is pretty thin ink, so I don't think it's gonna have any issue, but I just want to be sure that I don't smear some black ink as I erase this. Okay, that's probably been long enough. So, actually, I'm gonna use my kneaded eraser because it's gentler on the paper for this first erasing session. Plus, I can clean up some areas, like there's some smudges where I just smudged it with my hand. Hee burb. Yep. A little sort of burb. Too sort of burb. Man, you're talking about food over there, and I'm getting real hungry. I kept my calories low until this point because we're having a 2-part dinner. Because first with movie night, we're going to watch the second My Hero Academia movie, and so I've got my food planned out for that, and then we're watching the U.S. Women's National Team game, and so I definitely want some snacks for that too, and so in order to stay within my calorie goal, but still enjoy some movie foods and game foods, I kept my snacks small, breakfast and lunch small. And then I just, I spent too much time getting ready to live stream, so I didn't have time to make my afternoon snack, so that's why I'm feeling hungry now, because I didn't have my afternoon snack of 50 calories. Yeah, this might get perfectly to the done with inking stage by the time my stream window is over today. And then next week I can start coloring. I like it when it gets neatly divided like that. Okay, now I think I'm going to go in with my tiny eraser. Satsuiza says, yeah, it looks like soup in there. I also put bay leaves and salt. I learned if you season it, it's called a broth. Unseasoned is stock. Interesting. I didn't know that. Seasoned is broth. I wonder what the etymology of both words is, and if that helps explain the difference. I'm just trying to get every last bit of graphite that I can so that I don't lock it in with the markers once I do markers, which is my first coloring stage. Thinking it's like stock photos or whatever, a base ingredient, because broth is also what you call liquid in soup anyway. Well, that at least helps me remember the difference. Stock photos. That's a great example. Okay, I'm gonna take this over to my trash can and swipe off the little eraser shavings. think I'm almost there with the erasing. Just this tiny little things. Okay, let's call that good. I think that's good enough. Done with erasing. Hooray! Oops. Okay, now for one of the really fun parts of inking. Adding more ink to make it just like that final little looks so good. There is a word for what I'm trying to say, but it's not coming out. So that's as good as I can do. So I'm going to start with one of my favorite things, which is do a thick outline around the whole caricature, and it just, since I'm not doing a background or anything, it's not placed in space or anything, it gives it a nice little like sticker feeling or something. And I love doing this. It's one big dark outline. I think down at the feet, I want to be careful because they're very small, so I'm going to use the slightly next size down to do here. I don't want to overwhelm it with this big line. Sounds like Eva's having a dream. She's going poof a little bit. Oof. There, I'll go back to the big one. Just 10 minutes left in my stream. 10 minutes on the stream window. My calendar just buzzed me to let me know. I think to keep it kind of light up here, I'll also use this size 08 on the back part of the head. There. It looks adorable. So now I'm going to take the next size down, which is 05. Huh. Mike is doing a buzzy thing in a minute, like something is touching it. Well, nothing's touching it. Let me know if it keeps happening. If it is, maybe it's just going out after that, because it got knocked on the floor a few months ago when you first noticed that sound. So maybe I'm gonna have to buy a new mic, because I couldn't find anything back then about what to do about it or what is happening or anything, so I think it might just be that it's broken inside. That sounds so dramatic. It's broken inside. So it's like literally broken. my god, I really like these canned green beans I put in a sweet and spicy pickle brine. Mmm. Well, now they're sweet and spicy green beans, so yeah, seems good to me. It's all right now, but maybe you can listen to the recording later to hear it. Yeah, I'm not sure. Nothing is touching it. And it's nice and stable, so I don't think it's like because it's being rocked or anything. So if it's just intermittent, it's got to just be something is going wrong with it. Internally, I mean. Now I'm going through and refining this thick black line that I made because I don't want it to just be like a black line. Like I went on Photoshop and said, put a, what is it called? Put a stroke around the image. I like it to seem like it's coming from the other lines. Plus there's other areas where I want to do a bit bigger line that there already was to show the division between spatially or something depending on the area. Eva is snoring. So it's like the thicker the line is, the more space it seems like there is between things. And if the line is thinner, it seems like they're right next to each other. Heard that snore, haha. Yeah, that was a big one. I thought that one might be captured. She has like cartoony style snores sometimes. Now I'm doing some extra ink around this fringe on the front of her forehead to help it look like it's sticking out or sticking above, not sticking down onto the head. Okay, now I want to do the parts that are really dark, like, so let's see, I think I'll do the one. So I'm thinking the part of the mouth where the mouth is open and the pupils. Oh, it's suddenly extra cute. Suddenly extra cutie. Comes alive when you add the pupil, especially when there's a highlight on it too. Aw, big eyes. Yep. They didn't really look, they didn't stand out the way I was hoping yet. But then you add the black pupil and it's just becomes so cute. Drawing my own pets as chibis is like a different kind of fan art. Huh, I thought I wanted to change these pupils, but I'm pretty happy with them actually now that they're colored in. Well, filled in, not colored in. I guess black could be considered a color, but yeah, I actually think that they're great like that. Okay, so this part of what's this little red fluffy thing on here? Okay, it's part of the mouth where it's open. I want it to be just black. Fill that in. So cute because her natural pose in this photo reference is just already looks like she has a smiling open mouth. It's perfect. Okay. Let me get back to that reference image actually, because I'm still on the one for the full body. Okay, so that's good. And so maybe this actually could just go up a little bit. Like that. Mm-hmm. I think this might be I think I might be done with the ink. Maybe I just try to make these look a little bit more symmetrical. Because everything else, because like there are little dark patches here and here, of course right here, but I can do that all with marker when I color, or even with colored pencil when I color too. So I think, other than maybe I'll put a little bit here. Just a bit though. Yay! So I'll wait to sign it until I'm actually done with it, because next I want to color it. So I'm just looking it over one more time, but I think I'm done, which is perfect because I'm at 59 minutes and T-minus 10 seconds, so I am exactly on time and finished this ink work for the little pigeon. Green beans high in potassium. Good. Vitamin C and fiber. Yep, I love green beans. They're one of my favorite veggies. They're so yummy. Whether they're fresh, like fresh ones that you cook yourself. I mean, I've never had a raw fresh one. I don't know if I'd like it as much. Maybe if it was cut small. Yeah. But anyway. I love green beans. I can't wait to eat. That's only like an hour now until I get to eat. Hooray! I'm having delicious Beyond chicken tenders with French fries for my first part of dinner. Okay. Nice progress made. Thank you. I guess I'll hold it up. It's kind of hard to see my camera because I've got multiple windows open. So there, let me switch to OBS so I can see it live to show you up close if it will. Okay, let me press the button. There. Here is Chibi Sora. She's ready to be colored. Yay! There she is. I think I did a pretty good job of making the chibi out of a already very chibi-like animal. Alright. Oh good, I love it when my camera refocuses on its own. Okay, well, that'll be it for today. I'm gonna end this stream now. I will be back next week for the same schedule, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And my next stream on Monday will be another Inktober 52. It'll be week 3. So, it'd be awesome if I could see you then. But even if not, today was awesome. It was great to chat with you. Thank you for watching.